Professor in class. Um, the the assignment for this week is getting it done with a presentation. Good afternoon to the class members and the professor. And the this class assignment talks about the part of the speech process that concerns me the most. And um, I think that for me, anytime that I'm coming up on speaking publicly, I'm usually I've never met the audience before. The audience has never met me before, so I'm usually just getting right to the material, and usually I don't have any issues with smiling, and I usually like to just make them feel comfortable. So, and usually what the concerns are is I'll look at maybe some of the top 10 concerns that are most common. And so the most top 10 concerns are your fear of stuttering. You've got a fear um, of falling. You have a fear um, of mispronouncing a word, or you have a fear of not paying attention to the entire room, or you have a fear of where you've missed a question, someone's raising their hand, um, and um, and so you have those kind of fears, um, and I've done some public speaking already before, but it doesn't matter. Even though you have a small amount of experience speaking in church or maybe at work, um, you still have some anxieties and you're nervous. Maybe if I'm some concerns that I used to have in my early days when I was speaking in my early days, which still affects me today, is that I speak too fast, and when I speak too fast, I just seem to roll up everything of what I want to talk about um, in a very short amount of time. So I've learned as I've grown older that to not speak so fast, but to go from one topic to the next topic and keep it slow, keep it clear, and so that's usually one of my biggest issues is that I'm just speaking too fast. Um, the review of the TED Talks article that connected with me the most. There was a few things on there that was really good. Um, the framing your story, framing what is everybody there to listen to in the first place. Um, but it's really about uh, solving a problem. So you really want to talk about um, what problem that you're trying to solve in the first place. And then you want to go to plan your delivery. Um, how you're going to bring this to them. Are you going to bring a joke into it? Are you going to bring a sensitive side to it? Um, and are you going to make them help them to understand with examples and quotes? Um, the the developing the stage presence is number 3 on that. And so when you want to have developing a stage presence, you really just want to be professional. You want to wear professional attire. You want to speak professionally. You don't want to use jargon. You certainly don't want to use profanity, which I've heard in other speeches, profanity, and it's just okay. So, so there's there's no profanity. Um, okay, and your stage presence, you want to make eye contact with them. You want them to hear your voice, and that your voice is not inflicted. Your voice is calm, soothing, comfortable, clear. They can hear you. They can understand what you're saying. And your stage presence, you don't want to shift too much. You want to stand in one spot, maybe the pulpit, or maybe at a one center place when you're speaking and talking, so that they can so their eyes are not going left and right too much, but that they can listen to you, hear you, understand you. And so your stage presence is another really important thing that I picked up on this, that helps us to grasp the meaning of the seminar, the reasons why we're listening to their public message. Plan multimedia. Make sure that all your stuff is working beforehand. Make sure that you know if it's working, you know if it's not working. Make sure that your slideshow or your video, those things are all operational, and and so that's kind of important. That's real important. And pulling it all together is just watching it all come together, and rehearse it again and rehearse it again until you feel like that they're going to be able to get a winning message, and that it's all for the good of the group. How I feel like this, how the article in this week's discussion has helped me. Um, it has connected with me to not make a lot of movement while I'm standing, to make sure I'm professionally dressed, to make eye contact, keep my tone of voice, and to make sure that everyone's um, comfortable in the during the public speech. Um, and I enjoy public speaking. I do. I hope to do that once I'm done with my degree. Um, but it's an ongoing process, and you have to just keep practicing. The first time I had ever done it was with my own platoon, and they just laughed and I laughed, and I felt like, you should laugh at the first couple of them, and then once you get better and better, you just kind of um, pat yourself on the back after that. But it's practice. You just have to practice and work at it, and enjoy the time that you get on the spotlight, really. But it's good. So I want to thank the professor for asking us to do this message, this course. I went over on the time a little bit, and so I want to thank the professor and the classmates for all of y'all's inspiration that y'all brought to me. And I will see everybody on the next discussion post. So bye bye. I'll see y'all soon.